Next project we could talk about before we really get into our discussion. Bryson Tiller, self-titled, or as known as Bryson Tiller by Bryson Tiller, whatever. Yeah, this project was not good. I had no anticipation for it. A lot of people was like, "Oh, Bryson Tiller's gonna be back with this album," especially with it being self-titled. I looked at the cover. I'm like, "This cover is very
So
ugly."
that cover gave me taking a different approach. I thought it was gonna take a different production wise.
I thought he was gonna go more Daft Punkish type sound,
Yeah.
like how
And
Starboy was.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting from that. I mean, he has a song called Ram.
But then I started thinking about how much I think he's a fan of anime, and I thought like he probably used that type to influence it. But other than that, I guess that's a part of him being an anime fan. So it has this album, I guess, cover that's influenced by Japanese culture
Kind of like
or something
Ghost
like
in the
that.
Shellish type.
Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to him, his music, it's the same
I feel
thing.
like he's kind of boring.
Yeah.
I feel like he's way overhyped.
Yeah.
I don't know. Say it like this. I really like Trap Soul.
See, I don't even like Trap Soul, so
I like Trap Soul.
I don't like none of Bryson Tiller music. It's the same stuff. It's not good.
I mean, Trap Soul is good for what it is.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I
you had no anticipation for this.
Who? Bro, I forgot about Bryson Tiller's like SoundCloud, bro. Like
I didn't realize how big he was. I'm like, really? He's this big? I'm like, he doesn't have that many like hits for him to be that big.
Someone told me to play it, and like I'm like, man, should I play this album? And I just kept hearing, don't, and I'm like, but no, I played it, man. No, bro, but no, I don't know, Bryson Tiller, bro. Like you as a person, I really like you, bro. I think you're a really cool guy. Nothing about you that throw me off, but like musically, not saying you're bad. You have your own lane. You stick to that, bro. Like I'm not your audience.
Bryson, he basically just called you boring.
Yeah,
that's just a nice way of saying you're boring.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna be the real one here. I will say this, Bryson, you sorely disappointed me on this album. I don't know what the f happened. Now I like Anniversary. I like Trap Soul. True to Self. Disappointing. Not a bad project. This one right here to me, I think this is your worst project. And then you named it after your name. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. But I will be, I'll be transparent. When I was first listening to it, I came into it with open ears. I was like, all right, he's gonna win me back with this one. This is my anticipation for it. I listened to it, I'm like, all right, he got me with this song. He got me with the next song. He got me with a few songs. I was like, jamming.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, Bryson
Attention
Tiller.
was alright. Attention? Was that the second track?
Yeah.
It was alright.
I'm like, okay, he is back.
Yeah,
I'm like, Bryson Tiller is back. But then he started having that little poppy, dancey type song. I'm like, oh, it's going down.
What, like Child?
I like Child.
You like Child?
I like Child. It was the songs after Child. I'm just like, oh, it's going down.
Like,
I'm like, it's not coming back.
Eon Lust and all that? Yeah.
Yeah, get it out of here. I was sorely disappointed by this album. The first first third.
Yeah.
The first third of this, strong. If you would have made that an EP, oh my gosh, perfection. But what happened right in the middle? I'm like, all right, it's getting a bit shaky. I'm like, Bryson, I need you to sing me right now.
Ran out of ideas, bro. I looked at that track list, 19 tracks.
Yeah, I'm just like, and it's under an hour. Sometimes I'll be scared for that because I'm like, sometimes too much variety is bad.
Because I feel like he threw that interlude out there. He had some shorter songs out there. Peace interlude.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like it when he's more in his R&B bag. Yeah. When he starts getting into the super mainstream pop sounding bag, Bryson, stop that ish. I mean, I can't tell him to stop because he is.
You think he's trying to catch one of those? What's that song he had the hook on with him and Rihanna and all them? And DJ Khaled. You think he's trying to catch one of those? Yeah, he's trying to catch one of those. I can't think of the name of the song at the moment.
It's kind of similar in those veins. I think that he might be trying to do that with the second half of that album. Yeah. He might be trying to do that with the second half of that album, which I'm just like, I'm like, you're sacrificing the art. I get it. This is like a weekend Starboy. It was like, you got some hits here and there on here, but it's like overall, like I can see the super mainstream appeal for this, and this might pop off for him, honestly.
Yeah, but he's still riding off that high from like he still have those songs that's kind of classic in a way, like modern day classics, and I feel like he's trying to find himself and find that pop song and be relevant in that way.
So the thing is, when he did True to Self, it didn't. I think people not review bombed it, but people were sorely disappointed
because it didn't kind of sound like
because this is coming off of Trap Soul.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, Trap Soul's up here. He might be topping this, or he might get even. He didn't do either of them. All right, understandable. Sophomore slump. He did Anniversary. Pretty good project overall.
And he took a while to release that.
Yeah, he took a super long hiatus from that.
Because he dropped it the anniversary of Trap Soul, right? Yeah. So was it like 6 years later or what? Somewhere around there?
Maybe like 5, 6, maybe. Right. And Anniversary, I did enjoy it. It did give me a Trap Soul vibe to it. It wasn't as good as Trap Soul, but it still gave me that vibe. This, it completely threw that away. And I'm like, that trap soul sound was your sound. And I get it, you might want to grow as an artist, you might want to try new things. But this album right here, it's not cohesive, it's not consistent. It feels like at points it doesn't know where it wants to go, especially in the second and third later half of it. I'm just like Bryson Tiller, I feel like you need to get a grip. I feel like someone else should have been in that room and been telling you like, yo, don't do that ish. But also I can't tell him that because he's a highly streamed artist. Yeah. Like he has a number by his name.
Yeah, I know. So like with Bryson Tiller, like you never like he didn't really show me nothing different. Like some of the songs sound like really on trap soul. I feel like when it comes to those other tracks that when you were saying that like, you know, he had some that's like dance hall type influence and had like a one of the songs had like a drill beat, like a Brooklyn drill sound.
He also had 2 samples.
He had like he had the Rich Boys sample.
Yeah, throw some D's.
So like nothing was really, it wasn't really different to me. I just feel like for me, Bryson Tiller, when it comes to I guess his subject matter, his voice, his singing is not that good. It's not that impressive.
No, not at all.
It's never happened.
That's why I put him in that urban category that I was telling you about Beyonce, where he's not really an R&B artist, but he's also really not a rapper, even though he does do both at times.
Hold on, what do you mean by Beyonce and Bryson Tiller?
No. Remember how I told you like I don't count Beyonce as like she's not just R&B or she's not just pop music. She's like urban music. Okay. Yeah. Like it's like one of those things where it's like it's too hard to differentiate between the two. Kind of like a Chris Brown.
Yeah, but like
it's not urban. Like it's not R&B solely. Yeah. Like a Party Next Door. How like on Party Next Door, his self-titled debut.
I just feel weird because you're using a person like Beyonce who makes.
Well, I'm doing that for the people who are watching that have watched.
You think they understand that? I know what you mean though. I know
if you watch the previous episode, you'll understand that tape because we kind of went a bit more in depth of explaining that.
Yeah, I know we talked about it, but I still didn't understand what you were saying. When you call her urban contemporary, when we was talking about that, I'm like, because like Beyonce, I listen to a good amount of Beyonce albums. Mm-hmm. And it just her.
No, Beyonce now, not back then.
Beyonce now is totally different. You can't compare. You can't put her Cowboy Carter album.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Lemonade and Beyonce, the self-titled album, like that, where it's not like solely R&B.
Yeah, but that's not. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking of Beyonce. Like that's just a part of her creative.
Okay, how about Chris Brown's These Girls Ain't what would you categorize that?
You can put Chris Brown and Bryson Tiller in the same vein.
Yeah.
I get that, but Beyonce is totally different.
Well, no. Okay, so when it comes to how about this certain Beyonce music?
Well, like the Beyonce title when she was having more hip hop influence, self-titled.
Yes.
Okay.
And Lemonade.
And Lemonade has that hip hop.
Yeah. So I mean those 2 albums, not literally and
all
of Beyonce music.
And then like the Carters, whatever.
Kind of, but you know Jay-Z's on there.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying, but it's some rap and it's more hip hop influence. It has like
Yeah, so that's why I call that urban because it's like it's straight in the middle where you can't really define it as hip hop, but you can't define it as R&B. You get what I'm saying? So it's like right in the
I get you with that, but I'm just saying when you say Beyonce, I'm thinking of like Beyonce.
Well, no, I'm using her as a reference from the previous episode.
Icon, bro. Come on.
I agree, Beehive. Don't worry. But overall, Bryson Tiller, you sorely disappointed me with this album. I think that this is your worst album. I think you can pull another classic out of you. You just need to have some quality
another
control.
Classic? You mean a personal classic for you?
Yeah. I mean,
I like that album, bro.
For the R&B space, it's pretty good. For modern R&B, it's pretty good because on the mainstream level, because ain't nobody else really competing like that. Look, R&B definitely ain't competing.
Sir album is amazing.
I haven't heard it yet.
See, Sir,
but also
Lucky
it's not on the mainstream level like that. It's not on the mainstream level like that.
But it's not really mainstream. But Bryson Tiller's not mainstream no more.
Yes, he is. Bryson Tiller's super mainstream.
He's still mainstream?
He has a number by his name, B. If you have a number by
your
name,
but he has hit songs.
Yeah, but when he dropped it...
You know why he got that number? For Wild Thoughts. That was a huge song. And Don't.
Yeah, but guess what? He still has other songs in that repertoire as well.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, B.
I'm not discrediting.
You don't get that number just off of 2 songs.
I'm not discrediting.
Because you got to have other streams to help back that up, too. You feel what I'm saying? You about to check it out?
Yeah, he got 28.
28 million monthly listeners?
Bro, he has a hit song out.
Which one?
It's called Whatever She Wants.
Yeah, I do not like that song. That was the last song on the album.
It's 104 million plays, bro.
No, I do not like that song at all.
I haven't even heard it yet. It must something he put out before the album came out.
Yeah, it's definitely something that he put out before.
So it's an older song.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too old, but yeah. Bryson Tiller, like I said.
It came out in February 13th. Dang, Bryce. All right.
I told you he's still mainstream. B, he has a number by his name. Yeah, not for no reason. He's mainstream. There's not many people competing with him on that level, R&B wise. And that's sad to say. The only person that's competing with him really is Brent Faiyaz.
Yeah.
And people are saying Brent Faiyaz can never make a trap soul. Oh, they was going at Brent Faiyaz this weekend. Bro. I'm like, why is he catching a stray? I think Brent Faiyaz is a better R&B artist than Bryson Tiller. Yeah. But that's just my opinion. In fact. But, yeah.
When Miguel come back, he gotta have something to say. Boy, never sleep on Miguel, man.
Hey, I'm just saying, without Party Next Door, his career would be nothing. Let's move on to the next.
Without who? Bro,
I was on Party Next Door with that sample. Party Next Door song. Remember, Break from Toronto.
Yeah, he sampled Miguel.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm saying Party Next Door would be nothing. I'm saying Miguel would be nothing without that Party Next Door sample.
This bro here is just wilding.
I like the troll. I like the troll.
And we only gonna spend 2 seconds on this because we didn't listen to it like that.
What?
You talking about that for real?
Oh, I wasn't even gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
I put that in the news section.